And now, broadcasting from their parents' basements, just like Wayne and Garth, it's party time. Yes, it's the Crow Show, with your hosts, VeracityTrigger and Zodiac.
Like, he breaks into so many places, like so many felonies he's committed, and somehow the FBI likes him.
He's sort of allied with the FBI, you know. So he kind of gets that part to kind of just do what he wants. He's almost like Archer in a way. He just gets away with so much shit.
Yeah, but like that one. Like, how about that one episode where Emily's friend says like, "Oh, my dad's not getting any better in this mental hospital," and like all that stuff happens with the guy with the apple, and he's like, "I know who you are, Dr. Lightman." He's like, "You need to leave," and then like all this stuff happens. He's just like, "I'm looking at you, bozo." Like, the guy had nothing to do with it. The guy didn't even do anything wrong. Like, if you think about it, he really just looked like an asshole there.
Yeah.
Nothing more than an asshole to that doctor who had nothing to do. Now, provided you can say that doctor didn't double check the muffins that were brought in and all that. But
yeah,
you know,
it's that. Wouldn't that give you a god complex though, if you could tell who's lying to you and who's not? Like, you can't.
If everybody started just like confessing so much, but you know, for whatever reason, nobody fights the guy. Nobody...
Right, is this that show Lie to Me?
Oh, they do. He I don't know if I want to spoil anything for you, but there's a part where he's detained in a not good way. I don't want to go into that, but yeah, Lie to Me is because BC's still watching it. I don't know if he'll get to that part or not, but
yeah. But what about when he gets like drowned and like the guy catches him and he drowns his victims? And,
oh, that guy. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, I didn't know if you saw that or not.
And then like scene change and everything's fine now. I don't even know what happened there.
The whole waterboarding part?
Yeah.
Is that really as bad as it's said to be?
Yes.
It looked pretty bad.
Yes, it is. It's part of training in special forces.
So you
waterboard each one.
So you do get waterboarded.
Yep.
You can't necessarily die from that, can you?
Yep, you can.
From like a panic attack or heart attack, yeah.
Panic attack, heart attack. You know, it only takes a teaspoon of water to drown.
Yeah, I've heard of that. I wasn't sure how accurate that was, though.
So it can drown. You can drown from it. You can die from a heart attack, a panic attack. You know, any number of ways. Just from waterboarding, you can, you know, go meet your maker.
Yeah. Well, hey, Chaos. It's good to have you here. I didn't know you were going to show up, but...
I was running late. I had to do a little grocery shopping.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Zodiac here too, BC, and we were just kind of talking about some other stuff before. And so one thing that we were kind of interested about last week is Zodiac was saying something about burials.
Like procedures.
Yeah,
the procedures.
Did anybody do any? I kept wanting
like
to do
different types of ceremonies, or different cultural types of burials?
I'll let Zodiac take the floor on this one because he wanted to talk about it. So.
Yeah, sorry, I was still setting up my recording software. I didn't know we were jumping. You can't just jump right into it.
Boom! We're there.
Uncool. I was never ready to start.
You never know.
I like to surprise. Back on. I like to surprise people.
You never know. You gotta be ready.
Well, I guess if we're recording, I'll throw it out there now. I was halfway through typing up my bio to send in for that interview.
This ain't the time for that, bro.
I don't look it up. Yeah, well, it's on my mind right now, and I'm gonna forget if I don't fucking start moving now.
All right, well, you're gonna have to let me kind of mess around with that picture a little bit because I need to make the green pop a little bit more. Otherwise, it looks like glamming instead of gaming, and maybe
yeah,
some
maybe
people
a yellowish.
but
You didn't know what I was talking about when I said 4x6, so I didn't want to try and pass it off to you.
thanks.
I
No.
didn't think we were recording yet, and then Trigger started naming off the names really smoothly.
Right?
Yeah.
I think we need to. I think we need to do a redo.
No,
I was
no
nowhere
redo.
near ready.
No redo.
over.
You don't.
I call a do-over.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Raw and
'Cause-
uncut.
Raw and
Also
uncut.
useless.
Raw and uncut.
What was it we
because-
said last week or the week before? Was it like fucking unhinged and unchained or something?
hey. You guys, you start recording long before I even start recording most of the time. So don't try to
There's
make me
a
cut you
difference
some
between
slack
starting
here.
to record
Yeah, but
early
Zodiac-
and trying to start the show early.
Zodiac wants to make lost episodes like short clip feed through all of them. Anything that's funny, just kind of like throw in there or something. Or do we already do that?
No, I
Well-
haven't gotten around to that.
We came
I'd-
close
I'd
with Sex, Booze, and Batman.
Yeah, that was a long ass video, and I was
Yeah,
pretty.
it was.
I was pretty tanked for that one. So.
Did I ever tell you about my idea for making a massage parlor called Happy Beginnings?
Yeah, we heard all about the cuddle massage stuff. So.
No, I wanted to make a massage parlor called Happy Beginnings.
Is it basically just hand job without the massage?
Happy beginning couple
No, you-
massages.
You get the massage afterwards. I mean, you wouldn't not get the massage, but it's just the beginning is happy, like, because that's the thing. You think
Now,
about
now
it,
do
you're
they
doing it
get
wrong.
cuddles with it though?
No, but I'm saying
You're doing
wrong.
it wrong. When are you most relaxed?
Yeah, well, exactly. Think about when you want to get a massage, before or after. I would go with
I mean-
actually after. I mean, I don't want to get the massage and it's like, all right, y'all relax, get that blood pumping again, because it's like, damn it, now I gotta wake up. No, I'm trying to be
Right?
like,
that
you know,
that
like,
makes sense. You know, I see what you're
like
talking
pump-
about. If you're
pump the
if you're
blood
actually
out.
in it for the relaxation over the hand job, then yeah. If you're just there for the hand job, those guys don't care.
So this
They-
has to
they
do
just
with the
want the
burials conversation that we were going to go into, because afterward
Well,
you bury the
it has-
people.
I can tell you 3 different types of burials I've seen, but I'll let you guys go ahead first.
He's like, I'm really entertained about this Happy Beginnings business we're starting up.
Yeah.
I think Chaos is getting a little happy
already-
getting into the show right now.
hmm
So we
Oh,
didn't
man.
start the show, right? That wasn't like the starting. That was just off.
Geez, well, I
It was
got to
off
start the
camera
show
thing.
when you guys say we should start the show. Is that what we have to do?
Usually
Oh,
when
talk
everybody's
Talk about
ready.
bad timing. Holy shit.
Hello,
I'm practically-
and welcome to the Crow Show, like clockwork.
We
Like, well, actually
we already
not
have
really,
an intro.
but-
Actually, I'm actually going to mix up the intro and make it pretty cool. So if I can do it for this episode, then I'll try. If I can't, then I'll do it the next time. But
That'd be cool. Change it up. Feel free.
it's going to be pretty interesting. So
I gotta wait to pop a brew before I can. I gotta wait for the aide to get in before I can pop a brew.
who's okay?
That sounded like a grinder to me.
You know,
Someone's ears are so observant.
you know, the whole topic with that and immortality was kind of interesting, because I was going through some of my CDs again, because I'm listening to some more Soundgarden for now.
CD's nuts.
Oh damn! I haven't heard Soundgarden in forever.
So
Good girl.
Boom! You got played, bro.
Wow.
Jeez, nuts.
well, you're happy. Okay, so I was looking through some of my CDs. I'm looking at Vitalogy, because it's got the immortality song in there and everything, and I'm just reading through the little booklet that it has, and it's so cryptic with how Eddie Vedder and the crew wrote all this extra stuff in this little booklet. And I don't know, it made me think that, what if there's secrets that people like artists and stuff leave behind, and they leave it in their they leave it in their CDs or their paraphernalia for you to figure out or find, because I don't know, it's really cryptic how he wrote some of this stuff, and it's kind of about mortality and immortality.
Are you going to be the one to decipher the Cornell code?
Yeah, exactly.
Or the one to decipher
Well,
Kurt Cobain's codes.
no,
Yeah,
I mean,
it'll be just like the Da Vinci Code, except it'll be a crazy scavenger hunt across Seattle.
well, on what I saw was that he was hung with an exercise band, and apparently he had some substance abuse problems and things like that. But I mean, if the bodyguard comes in and finds him, that's a fucking shitty bodyguard.
Right?
You know, the bodyguard.
The bodyguard's supposed to be keeping other people out, not protecting him.
The bodyguard's supposed to keep his ass alive.
I've done bodyguarding out in Palm Springs before, and part of the job was to regularly check on the client.
Exactly. You got to
Well,
keep
he did
that.
regularly check on him.
He did
Found
when
him.
he came in for his regular check. He'd already choked himself out. I mean, it doesn't take that long to fucking hang yourself.
Yeah, true.
I don't know. I don't see it
But
though.
it's
Not that
also-
I've ever
it's also
tried,
their-
but I mean,
it's
from
also their
what I've seen in
duty to
movies.
Observe. That's what they're there for. They observe, they report anything out of the ordinary, like sudden mood shifts and stuff like that. They have to tell the person's agent,
Yeah.
who then goes to get the help. We're
Exactly.
supposed to notice all of that.
Yeah. And
So he wasn't really doing his job too well.
I would say not. If the person, because he can't get fucking paid anymore.
Right?
You know.
All right, so hey, well, I got you guys here, and we haven't actually started the show yet. Let me run this bio past you. I gotta send it in tonight. Good. So I gotta write like about myself in the third person. If you ever read about it, I got like a
How
paragraph.
about we do that for you, Zodiac? I'm
Yeah.
sure.
That's why I'm gonna read you what I have.
You're gonna write about yourself or about the crow?
Himself.
They want to buy it's both. It's about me because I'm the one doing the interview, and it's mostly about the show.
Our show.
How many?
So here's what I got.
Any
Here's
words
the
or
bio.
less? Or
I don't know. It's like a paragraph.
BC, let him finish. Let him say it.
So here's what I got. I got Rob Gilbert is a 33-year-old, 10-year Coast Guard veteran, husband, father, who currently going to school on the GI Bill. In his free time, Rob and his friends do a podcast, The Crow Show, focusing on tackling current events and other topics from their own often wrong perspectives. Rob is the main social media organizer for The Crow Show, running the Facebook
Often
and
wrong
Twitter.
perspectives. Wow.
Yeah. I thought it was funny. So yeah, I'm the main social media organizer for The Crow Show, running the Facebook and Twitter pages, while Frank, VeracityTrigger, tackles the technical aspects of recording and posting the show weekly.
Well,
Well, I can appreciate the going to school part, but they really don't need to know exactly who's paying for your school.
Yeah.
I think it's too detailed.
It's a little
Yeah,
detailed. Like the
supposed to be a
GI
little
Bill,
detailed.
you can leave that part out. You're going to school. That's all they need
maybe?
to know. You know.
I guess I agree. I thought it was decent, but I guess I agree.
You
Very
agree with
well
anything,
written.
BC?
Just a little too detailed for my taste.
Oh, it's supposed to be.
I would. I don't know.
Plus, I really don't have shit going on, so I don't know what else to say.
Where's your aid?
Should be diamonds with this store.
Hmm.
So what should I say? What should I say
Change
instead?
33 to middle.
Oh, I'm on the Crow Show right
Rob is a middle-aged. Do they want your full name?
I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah, they have my full name already.
But I mean, like, is that how they want?
Do they want a blood sample
I'm
too?
assuming this is what she's gonna read about
Yeah.
you.
I've looked up other bios. Like, this is how they're written.
Hmm. I don't know,
I said
man.
I liked it
I
from
just
the
don't know
start.
what else to say.
Don't think I'm being hostile. I said I liked it from the start.
No, I'm not being
I-
honest.
I-
That's just how they're written. It's a little bit, a short burst of detail in like a paragraph. Just something about yourself that they can say. Or post, like, when they post their show notes, they can put this in their show notes.
The question is, do you think it's good?
That's why I bounced it off you guys. I don't know.
The real, you don't know.
If you don't
think
know,
it's
then
good.
I'd
Like, if
rewrite
you
it.
think I should leave something out, then tell me what to take out and put in its place.
Well, if you say wrong perspective, that means that everything we say is bullshit and
No, I said
completely.
often wrong.
disregardable.
From their own often wrong perspectives. It's a tongue-in-cheek jab. People are gonna get that. They know I'm not purposely saying that we're always wrong.
Okay, well, I don't know. Some people that are,
I think that's correct.
I think some people that are too factual are
that-
going to look
that
at it
draws-
like,
That draws people
Yeah,
to be like,
okay, so
why
like the
would I-
5 people with the Spurgers that listen to this aren't gonna get the joke.
okay,
The
well,
one autistic kid.
all right
and
then.
even then,
You do what you want to do, man. But I'm just saying,
They'll
if you have to ask us if it's good, then maybe you want to rewrite it. Because typically, I don't ask anybody if I like I think about it for a while, and
We're on here, and I had all you guys here. Is there anything else you want me to throw in there?
to add to it.
All right.
Or if you want me to take something out, give me something to put in its place, because I still gotta have like a paragraph.
maybe replace 33 to middle-aged. Is it middle-aged?
I would say mid-aged.
Mid-aged.
No, it's not.
I'm
that
not middle-aged
big.
yet. 33 is not middle-aged, bitch.
Just
No,
say
no, it's-
averaging midlife.
Is a late millennial,
Like, no.
Oh, late millennial. Wow.
or no, like early generation millennial.
How about if I just take out 33-year-old and I'll just put in like survived late-term abortion?
Well.
I'm just old fucking man.
This guy.
Middle-aged men talking with old men.
Right.
he is seeking.
Middle-aged man seeking old men to talk to. That would be the perfect statement.
Wait, whoa!
I feel like this is turning into a Craigslist ad.
That's exactly what the biography is supposed to be. You need to do it like it's a Craigslist ad. Completely throw these people off guard as they read it. I like the often wrong perspective. These people.
Did my bio for this interview tomorrow just turn into this show's topic?
Yeah, it did.
Turn your bio into like a James Bond introduction. There you go.
yeah.
That's what I should do.
Yeah,
I should
that's
just put
exactly.
I should just put like my name, the words "The Crow Show," Facebook, Twitter, VeracityTrigger, and just like redact the rest with black lines.
Classified.
That's perfect. Now, I like that a lot. That is definitely what you got to do, because you'll be like, how dare they? Okay,
Just
I like
send
this
them this
person.
heavily redacted fucking bio.
No, yeah, man, do that. Do that.
This guy, he's been blacklisted. Can we trust him?
No, you got to also put in there heavy
Yeah, I'll
innuendos.
attach a part notice. Second
You also
page.
have to Zodiac. You also have to put in there heavy innuendos sprinkled through the show.
Sprinkled even.
Yeah, I don't know how else to say it.
Like he's throwing fucking pixie dust, man. Come on.
Yeah, sprinkle innuendos throughout the show like pixie dust. That's a perfect line. I like it. It's snazzy.
Rob's over there shaking his head. I can hear that.
No, I'm typing.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I mean, we got to be
He's
honest. I
actually
mean,
gonna throw that in there.
we got to put something like that in there. There's a lot of
Should be like,
sexual jokes in
we
here.
got a guy named Infamous BC. Hey. Throw a dog a bone.
So if this doesn't go well, then we can talk next week about burials.
Because all this woman's gonna do is interview that entire bio. She's gonna be like, now it says here, follow us, please. Like, what is that? What do you? I don't know. I don't talk about.
All right, how about this? I
She told me.
added it in it after their own often wrong perspectives. The show is mainly opinion based. Oh damn, that auto-corrected to onion.
Yeah, use that
It's
instead.
not onion based.
Use that instead. Onion based.
I'm on
Leave
radio.
it. No, don't leave that.
All right, so I
It's
suppose
funny now.
It was mostly opinion-based banter between friends and heavily sprinkled with innuendo and jokes.
That's perfect. There we go. Okay, now you got what you need.
There, and we're no longer onion-based.
There you go.
Sour cream is our forte.
I prefer a chive over an onion myself.
Okay, well, pick your poison. Statement's still good though.
Can we be chive cream and onion? Maybe a little cilantro.
That's too much.
Oh, making tzatziki?
What are you making, fucking carne asada over there, man?
No, then we'll just throw in some water and sesame and make some tahini sauce.
Oh damn.
I can't have sesame.
All right, I'm gonna save it and send it then. You guys thrown in.
What? You gonna just send it now?
I gotta send it. I gotta send it tonight.
Oh, I thought this was gonna be the whole episode.
Yeah, well, we're done, everybody.
No, I don't
Thanks
think we
for
can do a whole
watching.
episode on that.
Oh yeah.
You're right. I didn't look up anything on burial procedures.
I'm not.
Well-
really, I didn't really want to talk about like specific burial procedures. Like what I wanted to talk about was like outdated practices more than anything. Like why do we still bury people?
Well, it was that thing that you were talking about earlier with sometimes people bury themselves as like seeds to a tree or something, or underneath a tree to...
Yeah, but I said before that I feel like that might have been like a really evil practice.
Evil
Like,
practice.
dude, yo, that's how you bring back ghosts. I'm telling you, man.
But if you
What,
put your
burying
spirit... If you put
Yeah.
your spirit into a tree, don't you like convert into
Yeah,
the
but
tree?
The thing is, we just don't understand the tree's language. We just don't really understand how it completely works and communicates. Like, it acts purely off of instinct. I mean, they're all so in unison in a sense. And they're like so knowledgeable to what something else that happens, you know, just from roots touching each other. They can send signals out. Like, it's weird how it plays itself out. They know. Trees know so much.
You know, because there's folklore about dryads and things like that, which are half tree, half human spirits or something, I think. And
Okay. What if you found out there was a seed of a tree that was like smart enough to be able to rebirth the dead, like reapply the dead as like a new being?
They're trying to do something similar to what you're saying. You can actually have
Don't say one
yourself.
thing.
You can actually have yourself
From a
your
tree seed.
ashes put in to a block with tree seed and be planted and grow.
yeah, but we're
No,
trying
I've seen that. That's just a theory. Like they're not actually doing that yet.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, what if there was a certain type of tree that was better at, you know, producing this ability to conjure a spirit, like, you know.
Oh well, keep me the hell away from that tree.
Nah, you'd have to think you could plant like people like Ulysses S. Grant under there and stuff, you know, like, you know, go back to the greats. Think about if all the greats were.
I don't know about you guys, man, but that would scare the shit out of me. And if you got some fucking gun happy general planted as a tree, come back in spiritual and voice out fire, I'd jump out of my damn skin.
Well, I'd assume it'd be a rare tree to be able to do something like that. I mean, it's all about evolution. Like the idea, like if a tree can survive.
Have any of you guys seen the movie The Happening?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That
Something about
it
could,
again.
that is not that hard because some of the stuff, you know, these plants fuck us up every year with allergies. What's to say they don't jack us up the way those did in that movie?
All right.
Well, I'm just saying,
I
like,
haven't seen it, but
information can be sent through the small pollen particles that just flow through the air. And I mean, they be able to send a message across to everything, like I'd assume pretty fast, as fast as the wind can travel, you know, and you know, who knows?
Well, I mean, they don't really. There's a lot of scientists that don't understand how Venus flytraps can figure out when an actual object of like a small insect or rodent is inside versus just the hairs getting triggered by some kind of stimulus. Like, you know, I was just watching this a little while ago, and you know, plants have the intelligence just to do it without the actual brain.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like we kind of came in. That's what I'm saying. Remember I told you about the berry? The berry couldn't have came before the animal that would have been eating it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like the berry plants are only since animals have roamed the land. I mean, plants evolve just as fast as anything else. I feel like we just fucked that whole plan up. Yeah, we could have like, oh man, made the perfect soils.
Well, yeah. I mean, with the plants, you'd have to have the plants first for the animals to eat it to survive. Otherwise, if they're just there and they have no food source, they just instantly die. You know, there's got to be the fruit source, the food source first, for the other animal to come in existence.
But like stuff like GMOs and stuff, I can see how some ways they can be wrong, but for the most part, like everything is GMO. I mean, I think GMO is just evolution, in other words.
Well, I think the hard part for everybody is the fact is
evolution for plants.
But BC, like for the GMOs, it sort of came down to the fact that the guy that's doing it is part of the same company that had run the Agent Orange. So if they're thinking, you know, all the problems and, you know, things that happened to the people that got doused with Agent Orange over, what was it, the Korean or Vietnam War? Which one was it? It was the Vietnam. I can't remember.
Vietnam was Agent Orange.
Vietnam, yeah. So they dumped Agent Orange over all the fields to destroy the crops and make it easier.
World War II was mustard gas. Vietnam was Agent Orange.
So it's the same. It's the same company.
Storm was the Gulf War. So yeah.
It's just the same company that used Agent Orange is also the same company that's like creating more chemicals for all of our foods. And it's like, well, if they kind of fucked up people over around the world with Agent Orange, who's to say they won't do it to us? I think that's where the mistrust comes in with that. But I mean, you know, we look at
right. But what I'm saying is, just because some guy invented doesn't mean that. I mean, you know, lots of people start to understand the math behind it, and then they can clearly look into it their own way and make sure that things are safe their own way. It's not just because the person discovered it also discovered something else that was evil.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean an average, ordinary person's going to be a chemist and want to test out.
You know that movie, The Rock, right? The one with Sean Connery and Nicolas Cage?
Yeah.
Okay. You know that stuff they had in there, VX poison gas? That's actually real.
I believe it.
And it was discovered by mistake. How it was discovered is that it killed everybody but like a handful of people that were in the ring.
Who went on to become the X-Men.
Who went on to claim discovering the poison gas, made millions with government contracts.
Sorry, the VX Man.
Yeah.
Oh. But, yeah, it just, I think it comes down to the fact that you even mentioned the God complex with Lightman earlier. You know, who's to say that this one person has control over all the crops in America, doesn't just go, you know, give America the emperor's thumbs down and turn it into Agent Orange and just start killing random thousands of people.
Right.
I mean, who's to say he doesn't have his finger on the trigger button?
Are we doing the show right now? Like, what are we even talking about?
Yeah, what are we talking?
It's kind of like
I don't even know how you guys got here. Like, I was starting to talk about my topic, and then it just stopped, and we were on something weird.
Well, we were talking about. I mean,
topics.
This is about life and death, so.
God damn it! Why do we let Infamous come back?
I don't know.
Okay,
No, but this is still about life and death, anyways.
I don't even say anything. I haven't said anything for the last 5 minutes.
Okay, back on topic. I personally seen 3 different types of burials. Okay. I've seen Native American, I've seen Mexican, Catholic, and I've seen military burial.
You've seen him do what?
Oh, the military burial, like when somebody gets buried with honors.
Yes.
Oh, well,
Seen that one all too often, man.
I was basically getting to the point that this stuff could kill everybody. So I was already on mortality, but I guess, all right. But I don't know. There's really not much to talk about as far as different burial procedures and why we have to do them.
It wasn't really about burial procedures, though, like I was trying to say before. Like, that's not what I want. It's like the outdatedness of why we do it. Like that and other, like, we have so many things that we do in our culture. We should. Why are we or at least if we're going to bury them, like, it's to the point now we're pumping them full of so many chemicals when somebody's dead that we have to now encase that no longer wooden, but now made of solid metal, fully sealed box in fucking concrete before we can bury them now, because of all the chemicals we pump into the bodies. Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You go to a burial now, they get
buried.
Are
all buried in concrete.
Yeah, there's a concrete box that the casket gets lowered into, and before they start filling the grave in, they dump a bunch of concrete on there.
I didn't notice that with my grandpa's funeral. I didn't notice any concrete thing at all.
That's why they do all that stuff around the grave. Yeah, they wait till you're all gone.
Yeah, I mean, I used to work at a cemetery, so I have a lot of things I could talk about, actually. Some of them are really funny, though. But when I worked there, I would cut some grass, and later on I kind of helped out with some of the rough fill, putting the rough fill over the coffin and stuff. I mean, they typically had the crane come and put down, like, the basic stuff, and then you would rough fill it, and then you'd put some topsoil over, and you'd sod it. And then you go later on, you cut or trim or whatever. So I worked there for a while. This really funny story, though, is this guy got FedExed in, and we're all sitting around at lunch just around this coffin. It's got all the FedEx stickers on it and stuff, and everybody's just kind of sitting there all quiet, all somber and stuff, and this one mic comes in. There was like 5 different mics that worked there. This one mic comes in, and he just goes, "Wake up!" right on the coffin and walks away, and everybody just started laughing their ass off. It was like, it was just...
Wait, hold up. You caught my attention when you said FedEx delivers bodies?
Yeah, they fly bodies.
No, he said DeadX.
Well, I guess it could be DeadX, but literally FedEx will ship bodies to different states. Like, let's say that your home state where you want to be buried in is somewhere else, and you live somewhere else. They have to fly you. I mean, they could ship you in a truck, but it's going to take longer. You're going to start to stink.
Put you on ice.
Yeah. But some people do fly when they're dead still, so.
I don't
talk about using your... Now, that's using your fucking miles on your car.
Right.
I guess they get one last trip.
Aren't we doing enough to already, like, destroy our own planet? Do we really need to add in fucking it up after we're dead?
Well, I think the thing is with people is that there's a lot of people that believe in a soul, and they believe that you're still there, and you're going to be there for some time until you go. So you might as well be comfortable until the energy of the spirit leaves the body, I guess.
Right, but that's my point. So we're going to keep fucking up our planet over people's superstitions.
Sold on that. I believe that the soul departs the body the minute it's dead. The minute you stop breathing, your heart starts pumping, you're done.
Yeah, I'm not so set on that. I think you have to wait till rigor mortis.
What about the people who are mentally ill and they don't even, like, remember anything about it? Like, are they still who they are? I mean, is there soul? If there's a soul, there's more to it than just some, like, takes all of your memory of when you're alive. There's more to it than just a beating heart of when you're alive and dead. I don't know. I think you start dying and you like, what?
You start dying the day you're born.
We get older and you start dying the age that you're born, but not necessarily. You grow for a while. At some point, you stop growing, and then you
Yeah.
start decaying.
Yeah, some people will say
You
like
know.
your nails and your hair grow, but it doesn't grow. It's just that your skin recedes when you're dead. So it looks like your nails are growing. It just your skin is falling apart. Your skin falls off your body after a certain amount of time.
Well,
Because
it's like the Bible says, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Well, Zodiac, what would you think is the ideal way to handle this? Like, I mean, like even like I'm saying, like nursing homes and all that. It's a huge thing that's like super depressing. It's
well,
really depressing.
What? Disposal of bodies?
Just
Or
Yeah,
just death in
exactly.
general, or
Just-
what to do with it?
like the disposal of bodies. and,
Honestly,
like,
I'm
all,
not
like-
going to say what's right and wrong. I'm just saying as far as what we're doing, it is wrong. The amount of chemicals. But if you want to get buried in the ground, sure. I mean, there's plenty of ways that you can get your body buried in the ground
Oh, because
without
you're
having to, like, we don't, I'm against the preservation, I guess. Not so much the burial in general. Like, I mean, yeah, we're wasting a lot of land that we could kind of use.
Well, I personally have already said it 100 times. I don't want to be worm food, man.
No, I'm
You
getting
better
cremated.
cremate me. You
I already
know.
told my wife the plan is that I don't know, I'm getting cremated, and then what do you call it with the cremation when everybody
Creamies?
gathers? Is it still awake?
Yes.
you can have a
Like
wake
the
too.
little I told her the after party, whatever that's called.
Wait.
You mix my ashes in with the coffee, and that's the only urn I want to be in. Just mix my ashes in there. Everybody drinks it. Tell them
I've already
afterwards.
said that when it happens to me, I want to be cremated and sprinkled in the Pacific Ocean.
You know, they used to do that. Well, in some tribes they do that where they eat the pieces of the victim. I don't know if they eat the ashes or something like that, but it's like a warrior custom or something.
You're
something.
talking like cannibalistic type rituals
Yeah,
where they eat a piece of the person to take on their
spirit
traits.
or their
Their
Yeah.
traits.
Attributes.
attribute. So you want everybody to have your attributes.
Yeah,
Well, it's just like there's no sense
yeah,
wasting them.
they're all going to be fat, cynical jerks.
Oh man, this guy's got some high attributes. I'm gonna feel good tomorrow.
Oh man.
Did you get the shits last night? Yeah, that's a good way to clean yourself out.
Damn. Talk
Jeez.
about rejection, man.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm really up for cremation or something. Like when I worked there at the cemetery too, they would call them the creamies. So if you had to go
Yeah,
and
but
cut grass in the
I-
creamies,
I don't
you know.
understand why, because you're not going to feel a thing.
I don't know. There was a whole Doctor Who episode about it.
but what if
where,
you
they
still
were saying
hear?
that people could still feel what their body was going. That's why ghosts are cold when their bodies are buried.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that was so frightening too because
you
I've
see
heard
that
some
episode?
people say, yeah, it was so
Yeah.
frightening too because
Oh, it was so fucked up because like I'm getting cremated, and then
But-
like that's
but dude-
that's what everybody was saying in the afterlife was don't cremate me.
No, but man, that's what scared me too because I heard this thing that when you die, you're not totally gone yet. You still have half an hour, few hours or whatever left. You can still hear. So you might be slowly brain dying, but you can still hear. Maybe you can still feel. I
Yeah,
don't
but if you
know.
believe in a soul, do you really believe all that's going down that you're gonna feel?
Well, I'm saying like, what if it's like
What's the point of having a soul if you got to go through all that?
what if it's like a light bulb that slowly dims out until it burns out? But once it's almost dimmed out, we think that person's dead. You're still kind of there. You can hear. You might be able to feel. We don't know. But
Well,
here's the thing.
I just think
Like,
it's
I-
when the
I've
connection's
been in a-
lost from the heart to the brain.
I
mean-
listened to you guys' podcast about the posted that you did a couple weeks back, and I noticed you guys touched on there. Some people just die and instantly, and you don't know if they're dead or not. Well, if they're taken that suddenly, they don't know they're dead. They think they're still alive. They're walking around. Nobody can fucking see them.
So you think you're in a different reality. Your
Yeah.
body's dead, but you're in a different reality, and you're just walking around going,
Exactly.
"What?"
If you don't know you're dead, you need somebody with some kind of psychic ability to be able to tell you dude, you're dead. Go to the light.
The other thing is too, like I've been looking at that too, and I don't know if the light's really the good source, because Lucifer is referred to as the light, and I mean, I don't know. What if it's all a trick? What if
Yeah, well,
constantly...
didn't Jesus say he's the way, the truth, and the light?
Oh, Lucifer appears as the guardian
Touche,
angel.
Zodiac. Touche.
Lucifer
Well,
appears
touche
as an
what?
angel of heaven. Okay, because he was an angel of heaven at one.
That's right.
Yeah, but
Okay, his whole name
Lucis
was
means
Lucifer
light.
Morningstar.
It's Latin.
Okay, his whole name, according to biblical lore, was Lucifer Morningstar.
So so Trigger, you're trying to say that in the beginning there was darkness, and then the first thing that he created was light, and that was Lucifer.
Well, you actually kind of make some sense with that, but I can't say that that's necessarily one and the same. You know,
And
it's
then
just
he created
that
the
what
stars, and the stars are our angels. They guide us.
I mean. I'm just saying. Like I hear people, because here's the thing. Everybody will say, "Go to the light." They don't say, "Go to Jesus Christ." They don't say, "Go to the holy main creator." They say, "Just go to the light." It's kind of ambiguous. Is that the word?
Yeah.
It's not really descriptive, you know. People will say this, and
But
people
when they
even that
say
are Christians
the
will say
light,
go to
what they're
light.
What they're referring to is go home, go to heaven. Okay, because heaven is supposed to be so bright, and that is your light that you're going to.
Yeah, but like I've even had this other thing before when I was younger, when you know, when I was doing the Roman Catholic thing with my parents and stuff, and they took me to this healer priest, and they took me to the healer priest, and he put his thumb on people's foreheads, and he's like, "Let the spirit enter you," and he would push back on your forehead a little bit, and you'd fall down. There was always somebody there to catch you. I don't know if you've seen this before,
Pressure
but
points.
no, he didn't put a pressure point. You just put his thumb right on your right in the middle of your forehead and pushed slightly, and you would just fall over and stuff. And when he said that to me, he's like, "Let the spirit enter you." I literally, in my mind, because it's like my eyes closed, I saw this blackness, like I was getting inked by an octopus. This is blackness starting to form in my skull, and I was like, no, and I pushed away from it, and like I didn't fall over, and everybody else was like falling over left and right, and I was like,
You're the Antichrist.
I'm not. No, he just said spirit. He didn't say Holy Spirit. He didn't say that at all. He just said spirit. Like if I was going to do contacting
he did the
spirits,
incantation wrong.
no, I'm saying like if you contact the spirit. No, dude, if you try to contact
Just
the
saying.
spirit, but it does.
Just call it a spade, my friend.
No, that doesn't make any sense. Because when you're actually, if you're into the ghost thing and you're trying to contact spirits, and you don't contact good spirits, you don't specifically call out for them. I mean, the thing is, I don't know if any of the spirits you contact are good anyways, but if people just contact whatever spirit, you don't know if they're going to be good or bad. Like, you have no idea. And if somebody is just talking about the spirit the entire time, the entire mass had nothing to do with saying Holy Spirit at all. And I don't feel good after him, you know, putting this, whatever he was trying to do to me.
So that's what I said. He did the spell wrong.
Well, then maybe that's the case, yeah.
Wow.
Maybe that is just pure evil, and it's hidden in wolf's clothing. What if that's a bad thing? You know, people think it's a good thing. I mean,
That's what I've been saying this whole time, but nobody believes me.
That's how
Well,
this
I mean-
get formed.
Yeah.
You're...
Worship this, sing that.
No, you know, you have to do it like John the Baptist did in that river. Gotta dunk his head back.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to piss Trigger off right now. Don't know why.
And believe to Jesus to wash away.
Yeah,
the
you guys really love to do that.
I used
No,
to
you know my
be a
beliefs.
part of
I'm
an
just joking around.
organization back in California that went to cemetery, took pictures, video, audio, and all that. And when it came time to ask questions, I never asked them questions. Man, I passed the recorder to somebody and said, "Here, you do." I wanted nothing to do. If the ghost answered me, I'm fucking gone. Okay, see ya. Okay.
If I just never hear it, it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
But I have seen some crazy stuff in crazy places. And,
See, that's my other thing. I believe in ghosts, and I believe that a lot of them are
cemetery,
still connected to their bodies. We should be burning those fucking bodies.
One cemetery in Indio, California, we went there. I was in charge of video camera. And I was just flashing that IR around and moving slowly. Caught a shadow walking on its own accord around the corner, and I was like, yeah, here, I'm out. See ya. I don't want nothing to do with this. You know,
Yeah.
'cause that shit scared the hell out of me.
Yeah, usually if spirits know that you're not interested in helping them, they don't tend to want to bother you because it's like, he's not going to help me. So,
There's really nothing you can do to help them, though.
you play cold case murders.
Well, yeah, you find it, you get it fixed and stuff,
In
and
the case
then
of
what?
John Doe, infamous solves the case.
I'm just saying, if somebody came into your house, stole some of your shit, and just left, and you could never do anything about it again, then what do? There's nothing you could do. There's nothing you can do.
Depends what he stole.
I'm just saying, like, the ghosts are dead. Just because they solved the murderer as to who did it doesn't mean that they can come back to life. There's nothing more for them.
So they're still pissed off about being dead. That's what you're getting at.
Sure.
I wasn't talking about, like, burglary from my house. It's a horrible analogy, man.
It's not a horrible analogy. The fact that the ghosts are pissed off and they want vengeance doesn't change the fact that they're dead. They can't come back to life. They can't send that murderer to prison and boom, they get a new chance at life. It doesn't work like that.
I can send that murderer to prison, or that person
Sure.
can haunt them much easier over there. Maybe even slowly consume his body, take over, come back to this world rightfully.
I don't know. I don't see what the real unless it's like a serial killer, like if it was Zodiac, I don't.
That's what I said about the trees, man. You don't want to be planting your dead and allowing the trees to be sucking up their nutrients. A little bit of your memories are in those nutrients, and those memories, the trees like interact with those memories, and like if the forest and stuff. That's why all the ghosts are in the forest.
So you're saying it absorbs the negativity?
Yeah. Well, not necessarily negativity.
So are you thinking the same thing for like organic foods with animals and stuff being slaughtered? Like when you eat the meat from it, you absorb the negativity. That's what a lot of vegans and vegetarians believe in.
I just think that in the last 80-some years, we destroyed our planet far beyond belief. The industrial age just...
Finally, somebody gets to what I'm getting at.
Oh, I agree. Now we're too little too late going green,
I mean, for all I care, we could be throwing these bodies in to be burning for running the what's it called? The trains instead of all this coal. There, I've solved some problems right there.
I think a lot of this comes back from the Roman times, though, because in the Roman times or the Greek times, I think it was the Roman times, they would place 2 coins on the person's eyes, so they could get pay
Chiron.
Pay the Charon for the river Styx to get carried along to the other side. And I think we've just been continuing that. Yeah, because if you don't have those coins, you can't go to the other side. You're stuck here.
Yeah, the Roman beliefs Hades was the underworld, yes, but it was their form of heaven. And Tartarus would be hell.
Yeah. So it's like we had to physically, outside of them being dead, other people had to physically put coins on their eyes so that they could go.
The Greek also did that as well.
I was thinking it could be Greek too, but I wasn't too positive. I think, yeah,
but
I was thinking Roman mostly,
it'd be strange.
I don't know
to think
exactly who that was, but it's also familiar to me.
It'd be strange to
Egyptians
think
used to do that as well.
You guys get a chance. You guys
Did they?
see that like 2 coin thing a lot
But-
in a series on Netflix called Spartacus.
Uh,
Very
the
good show.
Boondock Saints also did that.
Yep, Boondock Saints did it as well.
Well, I mean, it's such
throwing
an
that
ancient
out
custom because it's like
just gonna say Norman Reedus and that other dude.
yeah.
God
No,
knows,
I mean-
can't
Yeah,
remember
but
who the
that's
other guy
why
is.
that's why a lot of people are still buried with their wedding bands and their jewelry. That's
the other reason for the concrete
That's
bunkers.
their way.
It's fucking
of-
grave robbery.
Yep, that's their way of paying the ferryman to get to the next stage.
Yeah, it's to show your physical
It's
attachment.
like the Egyptians, man. Those pharaohs, they died. They took every possession they had with them into their tomb.
Yeah, but
Well, hey,
then,
even my dad had a license
but
plate
back then
on
there
his
was
truck.
plenty of livable land to be on. At this point in our how many, fucking eons of existence, we don't need to bury our dead anymore and waste property.
Well,
I mean, look
I
at-
think
look
It's
at
gotta be-
Jesus.
we got to look at this shit logistically at this point.
Jesus
No,
taught
no,
us that we
like-
don't need to bury our dead and all.
No,
Yeah,
what-
even Jesus was
Well,
like, "Fuck
hold
burial,"
on.
and got back.
Hold on
up.
a second. Hold on a second. Let me tell you about this a little bit too, because what Jesus was referencing was almost the same thing that the Zoroastrians would do. They would put their dead in a tower of silence, I think it's called, and they just place them up in the tower of silence, and carrion birds would eat the dead at the top of the tower. And so
Is there anything like
that's
the cone of silence from Get Smart?
I don't know, but it's
We would have
close to
have
the
a
same.
lot of these towers.
No, they just had a few of those towers at the time. Later on,
A lot of these birds.
their culture moved into India and other places in Iran and stuff like that. But basically, they never buried their dead. They would just place them for the birds to eat it and their spirits to go up that way. They never
See, that's
did
gross
really
and
anything
unsanitary. Then
to
you
it.
got birds dropping chunks of fucking grandpa all over town.
Dropping a deuce.
I don't think they're coming back to town. I think they're staying by the dead.
people.
But I mean, it's interesting how he referenced that because he was.
Well,
It
you
seems to me
tell
like he
where
was.
you're gonna put something like that that's not in incorporated town right here.
No,
Nowadays.
that was way outside of town for that period of time, and that's kind of
But
how
then
they
it's
did
just in
things.
somebody else's town these days. Is what I'm saying.
Well, these days now, like you're talking,
I'm trying to come up with solutions for
tense.
the now.
Zodiac,
right?
what about those situations like in France where they found that like tomb with like I don't even remember how many hundreds of thousands of bodies or something?
Oh, the catacombs, like
Yeah.
the tunnels.
The catacombs are built out of skeletons of people.
That
Here.
was a great use of space.
Yep.
Yeah, they
They
used
were
that fairly
basically
well.
sewers.
They learned because before they did the catacombs, they would bury people like in 3 feet of dirt, and then diseases started popping up, and sickness and illness. And
Yeah, that's why we got to
Yeah,
drain all the
that's where
fluids
the
and fucking
bubonic
properly
plague
dispose
came
of them,
from,
and then
pretty
pump them
much.
full of chemicals now.
And
And
that's
so
where the
are you
Black
saying-
Plague came from. It was those bodies were in 3 feet of dirt, and they figured out finally bury them 6 feet under. Well, they started running out of space, so they built the catacombs.
Are you saying that basically burial at sea is the best? Is that what you're trying to get at, Zodiac? Is that the point of this whole thing here?
No, I
Probably-
think
probably
I
burial
think
at sea would be
cremation's
great.
the best. Burial at sea is okay.
Well, see, I think the Vikings had it perfect.
To burn
Put
them
you
on
a
a ship?
boat, put you on a boat, send it out, and burn
Yep.
your ass on the ship. Let's see.
Well,
Perfect.
it sucks for the women, but you know,
Ashes are also great for gardens. I mean, wouldn't it be awesome to take Grandpa home and now he's a part of your fucking garden?
yeah,
Can
I'm
you
just
go
not
out
sure
there
about the whole coffee thing, Zodiac.
Grandpa?
I don't know if I'd want to sprinkle you in my coffee. You know, usually
Well,
I put
until I
cumin
said
in
it
there
out
because it's
loud on the
healthy.
show here, that's always just been something between me and my wife. So I guess if Any family members, anyone listen to this, I guess now the cat's out of the bag.
She's like, you told everybody that?
How
You're
many
just
times have I
gonna.
heard that one before?
We're just gonna get little vials
Well,
mailed
that was
to
kind
us.
of the deal. Like
BC.
I'm getting cremated. At the after party, she's gonna dump my ashes into the fucking coffee urn because everybody drinks coffee.
I don't
And then,
know.
at the end of it,
Never
before
drink
everybody
coffee.
leaves, Rob just wanted everyone to wanted me to let everybody know that
Never
he's
drink
all
Zodiac's
up inside
wife's
you.
coffee after he dies.
Yeah, we're all gonna get that
Okay.
serial killer instinct. And I wanna go.
I can imagine everybody like taking a sip of that coffee and being like, "Oh gosh, what is that?" Oh,
It's
I'm
the
not
worst
eating
coffee
this.
ever. What
This
the?
is the worst coffee ever. I'm not eating this.
Chock full of Rob.
Yeah, it tastes like weed and shame.
Weed and shame. The depravity is strong with this one.
That's my new men's fragrance line I'm launching next month.
Your new men's line.
Weed and shame.
Weed and shame.
See that? See Rob.
Brought to you
yeah,
by I'm the
about
Zodiac.
efforts.
Oh gosh.
Finally,
we hear-
smell how you look.
Yeah, we hid the weed somewhere in the apartment next to the cure for blindness. So, good luck.
I bet you they find that quick.
I don't need to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, so can we at least agree that I'm correct on the waste of space and killing our planet is just kind of stupid at this
You are
point?
correct. You are correct.
Are you
Like
saying
I
that we should
said,
just grind down the bones and turn it into cement and fix
No,
our
no, no,
sidewalks with it?
no.
You were
No,
close with cement. I was going to say soylent.
No, what you're basically asking for, Zodiac, is what they've already been doing for thousands of years, but they stopped doing that. And there's some countries that still do it, but it's called a tincture.
Genocide.
No, a tincture. They grind down the bone into dust, and you can use some of this bone dust as tincture for like immortality potions and things like that. And I've been watching stuff about
No,
this.
that's
It's
weird. I
insane.
don't
Wait,
want
I haven't
no
seen-
pomp
I
and
haven't-
circumstance, no religious uses. I'm just talking.
I have never
Get
seen
rid of the bodies.
Unless
an
someone's
immortality
willing,
potion on the market, man. if that was the case, everybody'd be buying.
unless someone's willing to freeze my body for a very long time.
And see, Sydney
Well,
wants to do
just-
that.
I'm down with that as
Sydney
well.
wants to have her body frozen until they come out with a cure for muscular dystrophy. And then they want to give her, she wants them to thaw her out, give her the cure so she can live 100 years. I'm like, I don't know if that's possible.
They don't quite have that technology down still. Like it's very underfunded and sketchy. Like you pretty much already have to be dead to sign up for it.
Right?
Well, what about the count?
And then it costs a fortune.
The Bloody Countess. What was her name? Mary something? You guys look this up. The Bloody Countess. She
Elizabeth
was in-
Bathory.
Elizabeth Bathory. She killed, 600 maidens and bathed in their blood so she could live forever?
That was her theory. She didn't live forever.
She must have had
Oh,
great
they cut
skin
her
then.
down. They cut her damn head off, that's why.
Actually, I
bad.
almost did a report on her for my history class.
I mean, if she really believed it, there must have been some plausibility to it. She must have had really good skin. If
You
she
think
could,
she would have needed 66 more of them? Just
Well,
to,
they just kind of figured it
Well, it's
out
like-
after a
it's
while.
almost
'Cause I
like
think it
the-
was actually more than that. I think she
It's
got
almost
beyond
like
double
that
digits.
beauty tip that these girls got nowadays. Oh, take a bath in milk. Who's going to dump 10 gallons of milk into a fucking bathtub? And sit
no,
in
but
it?
they did find
Yeah,
out with
That's a $300 bath.
They've done
Right?
they've done some real tests before where the fact that they could put new blood, younger blood, in an old rat's blood, and it did kind of help them rejuvenate to some degree. It kind of helped them out somehow. I don't remember what the results were, but it was positive.
Hence the blood transfusions.
Yeah,
Enough
the
said.
whole vampirism and everything like that.
I was gonna say, is Trigger advocating vampirism now?
No, I'm just saying they were finding some positive stuff with that.
Suck blood, not dicks.
Hey, you wonder why they keep asking you for your blood donations all the time.
Well, they won't.
Think-
They don't want mine.
You think they'd have
I've
enough?
been turned away at blood drives. The second they hear,
Well, yeah, it's because you're
Desert Storm vet. No, Desert Storm veteran. The second they
man.
hear Desert Storm veteran, they're like, nope, we can't use you, because most of the Desert Storm veterans, actually, all the Desert Storm veterans were injected with the anthrax virus.
Yep.
Well, then that would be a good thing. Everybody would get it.
No, blood
Right?
drives turn you away as soon as you answer that. Yes, I am a Desert Storm veteran. They're like, I can't use you.
Yeah, I
I
think
don't know.
even after I got my smallpox, I wasn't able to give for like a few years.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's so interesting how they need so much blood, though. You know, it's not like people
Well, it's because of
are bleeding
assholes
out.
like me who almost die and need like 2+ pints.
Yeah, you're not yourself
Right.
anymore, man.
We're leaders. Sorry, leaders.
Yeah, not just you, me as well. I fucking had a bad accident in 07 where a little old lady pulled out in front of me out on the highway back in California, doing 20 and a 50. I swerved to miss her, hit the median, flipped my car. Basically, I was told I was clinically dead for like 3 minutes.
Wow.
Did you see a white
Would you-
light?
No, I got to see him work on me though.
From
You were
That was-
just
Yeah, that was trippy.
wait. You were above and you're watching below.
No, I was standing over everybody.
Oh, you're floating.
No, standing.
You were just
you were
standing
just
there
standing next to yourself, basically.
Yeah.
on top.
I was standing over my body watching the paramedics do CPR. They had cut me out of my car. I got pictures of my car afterwards.
Did you give him a back rub while you were at it to kind of
No,
relieve
Like,
some of
come
the
on,
pressure?
champ, you can get me back in
no,
there.
I'm just thinking. I was just kind of. This is weird, but it's cool.
What was that baseball movie?
I would have
Field
given him a
dreams.
back rub
Yeah.
to help him out. I'd be like, "Come on, man, you got this."
Dude,
got-
I am not giving a 200+ pound man a back rub.
If I was a ghost and nobody saw me,
A happy
Wouldn't matter.
beginning, maybe, but no massage.
if you're a ghost, you don't have those
Yeah.
kinds of
No,
feelings.
if it was a woman giving me
And that's a
CPR,
callback.
I would be rubbing something else. But
Dude,
yeah.
it's not gay. It's not gay if you're a ghost.
Yeah, there you go.
It's not gay if
is that
you're a
new
ghost.
rule? Has that always been a rule?
What are you gonna do if you're a ghost? You're a spirit. You don't have a physical body.
Well, it's not like you can touch them, really. Yeah.
Well,
I'm gonna
even Jesus
manifest
said,
this dick.
No, like even Jesus said, like, you know, people ask Jesus when you go to heaven, you know that parable? BC talked to me about the parable, like, the man has the woman and he dies, and because of the Jewish custom, it goes to the next brother. And so it went through like 7 different brothers. And so they asked him, well, whose wife is this woman's in the end? He's like, everybody's brothers and sisters in heaven. There's, because there's no sex. You're just a ghost. You can't, you're kind of just
Yet another reason I can't get
an
behind
entity.
this.
What?
If there's no sex, how's it heaven?
I don't know, but
It's a physical.
I do know that angels don't have
Pleasure.
the anatomy.
You do
Yeah.
know this? This is like
You
a
do
known
know it?
fact.
Like, yeah, it's a known fact.
Well, there's been
Are you,
It's
Well,
are
been
you
what
talking
would you-
about dogma?
Okay.
Like
I
Kevin
don't know
Smith's
for a fact.
dogma?
Okay.
Where they
I
didn't
will
have any
correct-
genitals?
First
I will
off,
withdraw that
they do
statement.
exist.
I would
correct
call
myself.
dogma.
I will say I don't know, but it's been said that they don't have anatomy.
Yeah, because you're not a gender when you're a ghost. You're just
You're
just
not a
an
gender.
entity. Oh, okay.
I want to be the first.
Wow,
person.
big fuck you to Trigger there. Thanks, Zodiac. Okay, how are you going to be a man when you're a ghost and you have no penis? What are you going to fuck?
Wait. We're taking
Nothing.
away manhood? No.
I'm taking it all away.
Hell no.
I'm ripping this whole thing apart. Everybody's going to see what it is.
Well, that does offer the good question that if you were just two, spirits that didn't have female or male parts, how would you interact with them? I mean, first off, you can't ogle over them. You're not like sexually attracted to like a spirit. And then it's kind of like second, it's like, yeah, you don't. You can't do anything with
Then
it.
explain to me how some of these people, I've read stories that they're having sex with ghosts. Figure that one out.
Nah, that's probably demons. That's succubus, incubus. Those have been demons that have been around for legends, time after time after time, and it's, people had these experiences, but it's been commonly known as demons for a long
Never
time.
been finger banged by a ghost.
I'd say it's a demon posing as a ghost. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
Well, I know in my house we have 3. And I do know this for a fact. I've got a man, a woman, and a child.
And they've all finger banged you.
No, sir. Ain't happening here. Okay.
All right, just that one time.
The only one that
Was
actually
all-
interacts with that thing is the child, man, because we will set like car keys down somewhere, and we know we set them there, they're not there. We tear the house apart room by room, they're not there.
That doesn't always mean a kid. You heard my stories, right?
I don't know what to
then we
rate
look
this.
back where we originally
Whatever was in
were.
my house was
Right there.
dark.
Yeah. Most ghosts have been, like, we already had this discussion before that with the video, the handbook for the recently deceased. Most of them are dark. I haven't really met hardly any
The
that are
handbook
just
for the recently
good.
deceased. Are we quoting Beetlejuice?
We are.
Exactly.
That's why we
are.
called the episode that.
Yes. We went through the whole thing about life and death there. But I mean, we could do it again here if you want. Go over it again. That's fine.
Doesn't bother me.
Wes wasn't here for that episode, so I'm definitely
No,
down
I
for
wasn't.
other
I
opinions.
actually had.
Since we're talking
Right,
death
man.
and dying.
Now that we have all the aides hired for Cindy, I got time on my hands. So shit.
Oh, I'm sorry. How many AIDS?
Fuck you, Rob.
See, Zodiac is in a big fuck you mode tonight because he just is.
Yeah, well, he just
He's
got
really
one right
trying to
back.
piss me off. Really trying to piss off Chaos, and he hasn't quite gotten to BC yet, but I know he'll get around to it.
I've made some jabs at him too.
He ain't
I'm,
trying
I
to
don't
piss
know.
me off.
I'm
He's
joking
just
around.
being
I'm having
Zodiac.
fun.
He's just being Zodiac. I don't care. Shit, I got a beer in me. Ain't gonna piss me off.
Yeah. No, I'm just joking around with you guys. So.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to piss anybody off.
Better be pissed off than pissed on.
You did kind of piss me off with the picture though, because it looks like glamming versus gaming. So, like, I don't
Told you, man,
know
I'm
if
working with MS
Wait,
Paint. I don't
We're
have anything
glamming
else.
now. Whoa.
yeah.
What did I
Look at
miss?
that picture. It says
I've seen it,
we talk about glamming and
I'm
anything
just
we
saying-
want.
I'm just saying.
It's so amazing.
As a guy, as a
Well,
person
do better.
who's trained in graphic arts and programs like that, you may want to go with a yellow instead of green.
I was thinking
I'm
that
using
too, but
MS
That-
Paint.
A yellow with like a green shadow.
I have 30 colors to choose from.
Dude, send me what you want, and I can do it for you. I own Photoshop.
I could do it too. Like, I can go over the
I have
green and
Photoshop,
highlight it with yellow.
Illustrator, Flash, every graphics program you can think of.
All right, this is boring for listeners, so it's in the show chat. Anybody who wants to run with it, run with it. I'm sure both of you can do better than me.
All right.
Well, I'll give it a
And
shot.
if anybody could, and if either of you can get me a better resolution, because I tried uploading the 4x6 image that you sent me, Trigger, and it says it's too low of a resolution for tote bags.
If the resolution is too low, then it's 72. You need at least 300. I can do that.
Yeah, I don't know. I put it with inches, so I did the inches that you asked for.
The size is fine. The resolution of the image, it's
Zodiac, I'm
too
giving
low
you
to
all
print
the
clearly.
inches I can give you, man. You gotta
Oh
take
my
it.
God! Wow.
It's just not enough, though.
You got every inches imaginably I can do, man.
But yet he needs more.
I know. He's so demanding.
Right. Oh, I'm a slut.
I see you're still
This
using
show's
the.
getting weird.
See you guys are still using the. So anyway, back to the ghost topic. Has anyone ever been pinched, slapped, or pushed by a ghost?
In what context?
No.
No.
Just in general, I cannot say I have had all
I've
three
had
happen
the
to
sleep
me.
paralysis stuff where like I wake up in a panic and can't get up.
That shit scares me.
I've heard voices, but
I haven't had any of
Yeah,
that
it's just
happen
me.
since I moved out of that house.
Okay, well, it's been said in the past, but if you hear your name called out and you turn around, nobody else is in the house, that's a relative calling you that's been deceased for a while, letting you know they're there.
Yeah, I've had that. I've heard some voices, like especially when I was in the military, and I was in this one room. I was hearing Spanish voices in my ear before I went to sleep. It was really fucking weird because I don't know any Spanish, and I did get pushed a few times in this house in Florida. And like I went over in the recently deceased thing too. There was this old house that we moved into with my ex, and I saw a vision of the past of a dead person in a bed. Just a real quick glimmer. But I mean, you literally stood above your body. I mean, how was that? That must be
Weird.
insane. Did you
It
look
was
at yourself? Did you look at yourself? Did
Yeah.
you look blue? Did
I
you
didn't
look green?
recognize myself because I was covered in blood.
Were
but-
you in clothes? I mean, how did you look? Were you like
I was in what I was
younger?
wearing. I was in what I was wearing. I
So-
didn't see myself in a mirror, so to speak, but I know that
But like
when I
looking
looked down, I
looking
was
down,
in
you
what I was
you can
wearing.
see you were wearing the same clothes.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
Were
your
they
body.
were they all
The
fucked up
only
or were they
thing-
clean?
The only thing is I had no shoes on.
Wait, what?
Really?
Yeah, no shoes.
You don't need shoes when you're going
No,
up.
I was-
Exactly.
You don't need shoes where you're going, man.
God, I really wanted to make a Mexican joke out of that.
Were your shoes tied or anything, or were these like? Because these have slipped off by accident.
No, on my body, my shoes were intact and on.
All right, so they're
But-
tied on there. Those
Yeah,
shoes-
when I looked down, I didn't have shoes on my feet.
Yeah, bro. I think you're just hallucinating.
So,
You know me, I'm a
So-
huge skeptic.
did you glow?
No.
Did you glow a color?
No.
Did you look blue? Did you look green? Did you look red? Did you
No.
like what clothes were?
I
Did you
looked-
change clothing?
As far
Did you
as
have?
as far as I could tell, I was in the clothes that I had on that day. No shoes, and I was looking down at my body. I could see myself as solid as I would see you.
You know why that is? In my theory,
Hmm.
you're comfortable. Who the fuck wears shoes when they're comfortable?
Right?
The only
you have
reason
socks
that
on?
you're
But-
like were your
Well,
clothes.
I guess
Tell
when
me
they
this. Tell me
brought
this.
me
Were the
back-
clothes that you were wearing, like your spirit self that you were looking down on, were they bloody or were they
No.
just the clothes
They
you were
were-
wearing?
They were just clothes I was wearing.
Yeah, you know why? Because nobody likes looking down and seeing their own dick. Like nobody wants to see themselves naked. So you just envisioned yourself and what you were wearing that day. It's a safety
But-
mechanism.
The thing is
You don't care about your shoes.
After
You're a
I
dude.
guess they got me back, everything went black, and then I had the strangest dream. I saw my best friend from the military who died over Desert Storm. Okay, and then I saw my grandmother. We had a long conversation. Next thing I know, I wake up in the hospital 2 days later.
So you really went through that whole thing then.
Mm-hmm.
That's some pretty crazy shit, dude.
My next question is, where the fuck were you 2 weeks ago?
I was working. I told you.
No. I'm gonna be on your side, Chaos. I'm gonna believe you on this one because it sounds like what I've been just describing. Like with being pushed on the forehead, let the spirit enter. I saw blackness. I saw blackness, and I was about to pass out, but I didn't want myself to pass out, and I came back. It's like the blackness seceded.
Well, you see, Wes's story makes the most sense to me. There was no angels, there was no white light, no craziness. He was just there. He was being.
Yeah. But
and then
I'm trying to explain to Trigger
he went black and jolted back into his body, but he was still connected to the afterlife, so he got to speak to some ghosts.
Now,
and of course, who's going to want to talk to you? Your fucking relatives.
So when you black out, your mind is going to go and see long dead friends and relatives.
Yeah. But like what you're saying, Chaos, it makes sense to me because like what I'm trying to describe too is the fact that I think what I was being pushed into was sort of a moment in an ethereal world. And I think we have that connection to that ethereal world. And as soon as you die, you are connected to all the ethereal beings of the other world. It's a different kind. Because your energy has to go somewhere. Your energy is transferred or transformed.
Exactly.
And your energy has to go somewhere. So I think you're literally, you have enough energy to push out into an ethereal world. That makes me wonder about. That's what I think
the afterlife is anyway. It's not. I don't feel it's religious. I feel it's just another plane.
And I'm starting to think that in a lot of ways too, because I think there's some things
I have this belief that all people go to heaven. God forgives everything because we live in hell.
I think that too, yeah.
We live in hell.
All dogs as well. It's been well documented in at least 2 movies.
I love that movie. All dogs go to heaven. That's amazing.
I'll tell you right now, I don't care who you are. You watch the old original version. I don't care who you are, how big and badass you are. You're going to bawl your fucking eyes out when he has to shoot that dog.
33 years old, I've never seen it.
You've got it, man.
You jerk. That was one of the best movies ever when I was growing up. That was the first cartoon movie that made me cry.
No, that ain't nothing, okay. Marley and me.
Dude, I don't like watching shit that makes me cry. You know what? I yelled at my wife when I got home tonight because she paused the episode of Doctor Who she was on when she left and came to pick me up, and I come home and sit down, and she starts it back up, and it's the saddest episode of Doctor Who ever, where the Hans die.
Oh, yeah.
Who dies?
Amy and Rory. The Angels Take Manhattan
the redhead
episode. Yeah.
Oh, I never saw that. I didn't know. Oh, that sucks.
Man. Oh, sorry. Spoiler.
Yeah,
Spoiler alert.
I haven't been watching that lately, but yeah, man. No, I think there's another. I think there's another world.
Like 6 years ago at this point.
No, but the thing is, like, people will say, you don't go anywhere and stuff. Well, then where does your energy go that you've had this whole time? It literally disappears. Someone did a test on it a long time ago to test the weight of the corpse before and after death, and there was a weight loss after death.
Oh, yeah.
It was very small, but there was a weight loss after death. I mean, maybe the guy farted. I don't know. But
bowels, urine, gases.
Well, that does happen when somebody dies. It's
well, you lose your
all
bowels.
Their air comes out. You lose your bowels. You lose any gas, any liquids, because
there is weight loss.
And when you hear,
and there's weight gain because you bloat.
It's called a death round.
But you can't really lose weight if you just lose air. Air is either inside you or outside you, but does that have a weight to it?
Yes.
When
it fills your lungs, it's adding volume to your body, which creates weight.
But that much, though.
Well, how much was it? Was it significant, or was it a slight amount?
I don't remember. But it
See,
was
there
very
you go.
minuscule.
I mean, it really depends. If it was minuscule, then you're talking fluid loss, gases.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, with the whole death experience, when you go into these experiences, if there was nothing afterwards, there wouldn't need to be a consoling
just to
part
show you guys,
for you to feel good about it.
There's also the thought of it's just
well, just to show
the
you
way
guys,
your
I
brain
posted
makes
a
you
picture
deal
of that
with it.
car that I was in when I had my accident. So that was what was left of it.
But I mean, Chaos's experience is telling us that he's standing above his body, looking down at it. You can't imagine this while you're dead.
I have a cousin who got stabbed in the heart and is still alive. He's been stabbed twice, and both times he said he was standing around yelling at people to help him, and nobody would listen to him. Okay.
Oh God, they need you. Say.
And I never believed him until it actually happened to me.
I think we just picked up an EVP.
So, up in the Discord chat room, I popped up a picture of that car.
I saw that. That's fucked up. Was that a Malibu?
No, that was a Honda
No, yeah, you're right. That Accord, right? No, Civic.
Civic.
Do you mind if I use the picture for the show?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, cool. But yeah, man, that's really interesting because near-death experiences are pretty famous to talk about, and a lot of people will talk about things like I've seen so many different near-death experiences that people will talk about going to meet Jesus or going to meet this person or that person.
I didn't meet Jesus. I didn't see God. I didn't meet any angels. I just saw my grandmother and my best friend.
I guess.
Told me.
And here's my question. Here's my question. How religious are you? Are you devout?
I'm not a fanatic. Okay, but I am very spiritual. I believe there is God in heaven. Jesus was real, and I believe in the commandments. Okay.
But you're not devout.
I believe that as long as you have accepted Jesus and God in your heart, you're saved. That's it. I'm not going to sit there and say I go to church 20 times a week.
That's my point, though. The people who see God and Jesus and fluffy clouds and bright lights are normally the devout people. The normals.
I'm sorry, but if you're standing in front of the big man himself, you're going to stay dead. You're not coming back.
One would think.
Oh, we lost BC. Looks like he had to respond to that voice. No, he was. You were joking about that EVP. That was his wife talking to him, I think.
Yeah, it was, but I think he was sleeping because he'd been quiet for a while, and then she came down.
Oh, okay. Well, we got a new message, so if you want to check it out, you can. I can't really change anything right now, but you know, it's pretty interesting with that because I think what ends up happening because we look at it like the Bible says with Babylon, you know, in the Bible it says with Babylon, like God destroyed the Tower of Babel and sent everybody else confused out everywhere else. So I mean, if that was really the case, you know, then everybody has a different opinion of God. You know, everybody has a different belief and understanding.
If you read the Bible from front to back and back to front, like I've done in the past, you would know that Jesus sent people there to get assistance, and they were turned away, brutalized. Some of them murdered, and the women were raped. And when they returned, it's when God punished Babylon the sins that were committed.
Okay, that's interesting.
My whole theory on a lot of that is just what I call the 300 effect.
300 effect.
The movie 300.
Yeah, I've explained this to Trigger before.
I 300 times exactly.
That's why. Yeah, exactly, right? That's why so many religions are so incredibly similar. It's the 300 effect. Just like the movie, these people who were primitives at the time, they saw something that they could not just comprehend. They couldn't put it into words. So it got fanaticized into this huge thing. Way bigger than what it actually was.
Almost the same way Scientology got involved.
Pretty
Well,
much.
like it.
And
if we go,
but that's
if we
what
go
I'm
on a
saying though.
few-
Like in the movie 300, these, you saw how big the creatures were. They had 3 tusks and
Well-
fucking 5 trunks. But those
It
were
was like
elephants. It was just
elephant
guys
that
riding
was
elephants,
3 times
but
its
they'd never
size.
seen an elephant, so this is how they describe this behemoth.
It got imagined to
Yeah.
be, insanely huge, and then the Immortals.
Exactly.
So
We're-
I need
we're-
to say this right now as a Church of Scientology. I have nothing against you. To each their own. I meant no disrespect. I do not need them coming after me for my remark.
Now that is not
Okay.
the first time that Scientology has been badmouthed on the show, so don't worry.
Oh no, we'll talk about whatever. It makes no difference. I mean, here's the thing.
Dude,
We can look at-
usually
Tom
people who
Cruise's middle
badmouth
tooth.
them, they hear about it, and they go after me. And I don't want them coming after me.
Okay, well, chaos is devoid of any backlash from here. But
You know what?
the thing
you
is,
know what? Xenu, come at me, bro.
let me say something real quick here because let me say something real quick here because when I've been looking at Viking mythology, there's so many similarities between Viking mythology and Christianity that
Yes, but I'm trying to
Odin's-
figure out what Vikings came up with Thor.
no, but Odin's favorite son is it was like Balin or Baal or Balin. I can't think of the name right now.
Balin.
Yeah, Balin. And he's his favorite son, and he's in hell until Ragnarok is done. Jesus went to hell, God's only son, until he came back and saved everybody. There's so many similarities with that, and that was before I think that was before Christianity. And even with the Native
because when
Americans
they
with the
made
great
up Christianity,
I
they took
don't
things from
get-
every other religion.
I don't get the Christian religion. To me, they're a bunch of fucking hypocrites. Pardon my French here, but
Oh, sure.
Did you say
Yeah.
part of my
There.
French on the Crow
Yeah.
Show?
yes, I did.
We don't really use French that
Dude,
much.
you gotta sign in and verify that you're old enough to watch this show. You don't gotta worry about your language here.
You have to click the 18
Yeah.
and above
Oh,
button right
yeah.
now.
You have to say that you're over
I
18.
think I can click that immediately because I'm like the oldest member.
Dude,
of the Crow.
you gotta be able to legally watch and buy porn to watch our show.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
Anywho, to me, they're a bunch of fucking hypocrites because they preach about this, that, and the other, and how it's bad to do this, that, and the other, but yet Christianity is the one that killed Jesus Christ.
Well, it was the Romans and the Jews that really.
Yeah, when they made up the
Did
story,
most
it
of that
wouldn't
work.
work without him.
Yeah, it was Jewish and the Christians.
And
who
that's
came
the
together
thing.
and crucified Christ. But yet,
Yeah, I know.
they're the
I
ones
know.
that are going to worship him, and I'm like, really?
No,
Yeah.
but seriously, Chaos. Chaos, let me
Man, they
just
killed
say
this
real
guy for a
fast.
reason. Why do I gotta worship him? He's a
Chaos, let
felon.
me just say real fast that after a while of all the people just dying for the cause, they needed people to be towards their cause. So they took upon this popular religion because it became popular. The martyrs, if you're a martyr for your cause, you create popularity. And with all the martyrs for the cause, it created enough popularity that the Romans were like, hey, let's take this on, use the parts that we like, and run with it. And the Romans did almost all the same stuff. I mean,
Oh.
Roman Catholic, it's still the same. I mean, they're basically kings there.
Romans
The Pope
back
is
in the day
basically a
were the
king.
most evil people I can imagine, man, because they would take healthy men who they would starve their population, create crime. Then they'd take those guys who were committing crimes to feed their families, stick them in a fucking arena, and kill each other.
Oh yeah, because it was fun. The Colosseum,
Days of
death,
old, man.
Yep.
death. I mean, if we didn't have television still, we'd probably be watching some of that stuff. As of now,
UFC.
because I mean,
Man,
no,
that's what
the
UFC
Greeks,
is.
the Greeks would have plays. The Greeks and I think the Romans. It was either the Greeks or the Romans, but they would have plays where they would stage, like the deaths of Romeo or Juliet or other famous plays and stuff, and people would literally die.
That was Italian, so it'd have to be Roman.
Yeah, that people would literally die in the play, for real, to show the realness of it. and they would have actors literally die for that part, and then they would be like lauded as an amazing actor or actress or whatever for those parts. I mean, people literally did this long time ago.
More of our actors and actresses do that?
If we go back in time, it'll happen again, man. But I mean, you look at movies. We like to see.
It falls back to that old saying: history will repeat itself.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, look at all the deaths in movies.
We're already at a point where history is going to repeat itself.
So you're saying actors and actresses are going to start offing themselves? Johnny Depp,
they're already doing it.
Johnny Depp.
You messed up the name a little bit, so it's okay. You'll be fine. But look at this. There's literally a website in Russia for this one show that wants to be some kind of contest or show. And initially, it was a show that you could do anything you wanted to your contestants to win the prize. It was basically like Twisted Metal without the vehicles to win the prize of surviving for 30 days in the wilderness of Russia. And there's literally a website. There's a real website.
Like
Hunger Games.
It's like the Hunger Games, but for adults.
Yeah, but I'm saying they have a show somewhere on Netflix called Naked and Afraid. It's along the lines of what you're talking about.
Well,
that's a Discovery Channel.
This is way worse than that. This is way worse than that, Chaos. This is in Russia. So this is like a whole different experience.
Rules.
There's like
a no-holds-barred survival.
Yeah.
Yeah, like anything you see on the movies. You know, they got cameras all over the place, but they're not going to send anybody in to intervene.
Oh, basically the Condemned.
Yeah, like the Condemned. They'll send somebody to intervene later. Like they made they redacted some of their terminology or however they were using their statements to talk about the show, and they said, well, we'll send somebody there like an hour after you send the call or something like that. You know, if you're in danger, but you got to survive against all these other people. You know, whoever survives the longest gets like $1 million or something. I mean, this stuff doesn't ever end. It's just that like what we've seen for our lifetime has just been on a video.
It's all about that money, man. And it falls back on an old biblical thing that the root of all evil is what? Money.
Well, the devil owns the world.
$1,
I mean, the devil's the prince of the earth, so he owns
Trump
the
doesn't
world.
have that much. Just America.
Well, America owns everything else.
Well, if you ask my opinion, I think Satan took up Oval Office.
That's what I just said.
Yep.
I said Trump doesn't own that much, just most of America.
I think it's anybody that gets in office, really. I think people debate about that too much. It's kind of a facade.
I heard a poll today on the radio that said that I forget what the percentage was. It was somewhere like 75 to 80% of people in the U.S. polled feel that The Rock would be a good president.
Oh,
I saw that. I was like, that'd be really cool to see him as the president. I don't know what his.
Some of his catchphrases for fucking campaign. It doesn't matter.
Do you smell what POTUS is cooking?
Right.
I was gonna say, you smell what The Rock is cooking to be the best presidential catchline ever. Just the POTUS. The POTUS sounds just like shit.
I mean, he does when somebody says something, he does like he'll cut him off. It doesn't matter what you think. That'd be one hell of a debate to see, man.
Dude, that's where we're headed
to,
though.
You're running on the grounds that your opponent is a jabroni?
Right. Well, Gabriel Iglesias got it right when he said, they just need to make it a game show and call it, who's going to run this bitch?
Right.
Oh, man. No, but that's what happened with Trump. As soon as Trump got in, because the thing is, Democrats lost their shit completely. He was the fall guy. He was supposed to be the fall guy because he was supposed to look so dumb and so bad that Hillary would definitely get in. But I saw the video where Hillary is talking about putting the no-fly air zones, you know, and the other military general saying, you know, that's going to
That's what
cause
lost
war
it
with
for her.
Russia. That's going
That
to cause
right
war
there
with
is
Russia.
exactly what lost it for her.
And as soon as she's making all these stupid military decisions, she doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. I saw this, I'm like, I cannot
And
vote
Trump
for her.
does.
Ever.
Well, I've got to say,
But she signed her
the
own
two final-
death warrant there. She signed her own
two
death warrant with
final-
that.
the two final candidates in this year, last year's election. Okay, neither one of them had military experience.
That's the problem too. There's two things I agree with on what you just said.
I've
One,
gotta say,
military experience.
Both
That should
President
be a
Bush,
requirement.
Both President Bush's and Clinton, they had military experience.
Not
they
a
knew what the
lot.
fuck they were doing. Okay.
Well, Bush might have, yeah. I didn't know
Obama
Clinton
Bush
did
didn't
that.
Senior.
have any, but he took the advice from the military leaders on what to do. He did what they said to do. He
Yeah,
listened.
W
Okay.
did that.
No, I'm talking Obama.
Oh, Obama. Sorry.
He listened to
Obama,
his military regime. He did what they said to do because he didn't know the first thing about military.
So did
Okay.
Bush.
Bush
Junior.
was military. So was Bush Jr.
Junior was barely military.
Barely.
Air
He was
Force?
reserves, I think he was.
He was
Which one
like
was
an
Air
Air
Force?
Force, like he was a yeoman. He was an Air Force secretary, basically.
Was senior Army Air Force?
Senior was Army Air, and he was fighter pilot.
Okay. Yeah, my grandpa was Army Air Force.
I feel like combat experience should be a prerequisite.
Requirement. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, but then you can't get too many women presidents
Or
because
during times of
because of
peace,
that.
I would say 20 years.
All I'm gonna say is
If you
that
did not see combat, then you need to have seen at least a full career.
exactly. But all I'm gonna say about Trump is he's trying to play like he's General fucking Patton, and he ain't got the experience.
He's a fucking moron. He's a blowhard. I'm not going to get into
Yeah.
Trump tonight. We're not doing politics.
It's
tonight.
not like the thing is like too.
It's
I
getting
could
too
talk
late.
about.
The show's coming up on 2 hours. Like,
All right.
No way.
uh,
But yeah, I wasn't watching that too much. But like the thing is, we could talk about it. This is one of the most hated, presidential things. Just when I saw Hillary talking about trying to instate, anti-fly zones in places that aren't even United States, and other generals opposing it, saying it's going to start war. I'm like, you know what? I cannot vote for her ever. She does it. She's not a general. She's trying to make military tactical decisions when she doesn't understand.
I wrote in
political-
for Harambe, man.
I voted
And
Stein.
people got so pissed off at that. It's like, if you can't look at all the facts, take it all in, see, what is absolutely terrible. War with Russia would definitely be on the top part of it. And weigh the facts.
I'll put it this way: Russia may be broke as shit right now, but their military is still intact. Okay.
Yep.
Oh
If
hell!
we were
If
to
we
go
went to
to
war with
Russia's good
Russia,
at- it's military.
With Russia, I'm sorry, I'm a patriot through and through, but, and this is a big motherfucking but. Okay, Russia can come over here and whoop our ass.
yeah. If they beat us
Red
down,
Dawn, motherfucker.
Yup.
exactly. I saw the movie. That's scary
I don't
shit.
know that they'd attack the
I saw
Heartland.
both
but-
versions, the old and the new.
Yeah, same here.
I've even beyond that, I've actually watched some other people, show some strategical things that could happen if war came with Russia and United States, and they would pretty much just keep attacking the western side of the United States until they couldn't go anymore, and then just bomb the fucking rest of it.
I
Yeah.
will tell
If
you
they-
right now, they would make the entire U.S. fucked up because it wouldn't be just Russia. Who's the ally with Russia? China.
Yeah, and if they came over too, that would be the end of it.
They're
But if
our
they
allies,
decided
yeah.
to,
It would be 150 men to our one. Okay.
yeah, but if they
We would-
change sides like instantly, they're like, okay, we're on your side because we don't want to get bombed.
Yep.
You know, we would have
It's like
what,
with
Japan,
North Korea.
Germany,
North Korea-
England with us. That's our biggest
Well,
stuff. That's
yeah.
it.
But it's like
Yeah,
with
right.
North Korea.
What are the
okay?
linemen going to do to help us?
But it's like with North Korea. China was
We're gonna
allied
raid
with
it in.
North Korea for the longest time. As soon as that fucking nut job started firing missiles, China said, "Yeah, fuck you." Okay.
Yeah,
They want-
but I mean, seriously, if we go to war with Russia, and that's the reason the whole Democratic side was like, oh, well, he's in cahoots with Russia. Well, because we don't want to go to war with them is because, no, it's because of fucking logic and what she fucking said. That's why. I mean, even if we are friendly with Russia, why shouldn't we be? We should be
Wait,
friendly
we
with
have-
all the
we
bigger
have
countries so we
troops.
don't go to war with them.
We have a signed peace treaty with Russia.
Yeah, we should not go to
Okay.
war with a country
And
probably
that
more
would've
powerful than
started-
us.
That would have started World War III right there. That no fly.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And like I said to you guys before, I said if we go to war with Russia, I guarantee you right now, everybody's
No, we're
going
going
into the
to war with
draft.
Russia, I'm Mexican again. Literally.
Dude, you guys, everybody's getting reinstated. The draft is gonna come up. Everybody,
Man,
the draft will come
yeah,
back.
If it's war with Russia, yeah.
That is
They're
just
going
too
to stuff my
massive.
fat ass right back at Ian.
right? They'd have to give us a couple sizes up from what we were.
Yeah, chief sizes. I'll wear an E7 uniform.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. It
Hey
just-
man, the
Bye.
same time, the same month that I got kicked out, I got the Navy Times, and there was a fucking story in there about a Coast Guard chief who was allowed to retire even though he was the same amount over as me.
Wow.
No shit.
Retire, full benefits.
Special
Damn.
privileges? What did he do?
Still
Did he get like a
2% over.
purple?
Oh, he just had more time in than me, and he was a higher rank.
I
Well,
bet
that
flew
blows.
over like a lead balloon. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like, bitch, you did fucking 4 more years than me, and you get to retire.
You're sitting there. This guy blow, man.
Did
I
you
was
send him a
mad.
letter? You sent him a little angry letter.
No, I think I got drunk and chain smoked a pack of Marlboro Lights.
Oh, well, there you go. At least you feel better.
That's how I
I
used
would
to.
have
Now we
sent an
just
angry
yell
letter,
shit
been
on
like,
the
"You
internet."
motherfucker, you don't get to do that kind of shit, because I don't." Signed, sincerely,
Right.
Sam the Zodiac.
I should have tracked him down. Went to his house.
Yeah, beat the shit out of him.
Peed in his face while he slept.
Shit in his shoes.
That'd be a hell of a way to wake up.
Yeah, just poop in his boots.
Poop in his boots. That's like the perfect way to do it, because they just slide their feet right in there. Nobody ever thinks about that.
You know what's funny is I just watched that episode of Wilfred the other day.
I was thinking that.
It's the
You
perfect
shit in one
crime.
boot.
They never check.
You shit in one boot, I'll shit in the other. That is a great show, man.
All right.
Never seen it.
I think
Never
we should
seen
wrap. We're coming up on 2 hours.
Anyways, we were going to talk about immortality too. So we're talking about all of our mortality stuff, but immortality. That
I think
Saint
next
Germain
week.
guy. Oh, come
I'll be
on.
on next week.
I didn't get to talk about it at all.
We can do a few minutes more, man. Got killed.
Let's take at least 20 more minutes. We'll talk about some of that.
All right. You get a choice to take 2 different pills. You get the black pill, become invisible. You get the green pill for immortality. Which one are you going to take?
Green pill. Obvious.
Okay, now my question to you, Trigger, would be: you're gonna live forever. Why would you want to live forever?
So that you can figure out how to live forever more?
But
What?
you're gonna what? Hold up, what?
You're
But
okay.
you're
Let me
gonna-
Have
let
you
me
ever
answer
so
this.
far
Have
as
you ever
anyone
seen-
has not
have you
been
ever
to?
seen the Highlander shows, the Highlander shows,
No.
the movies, or whatever. You're gonna
Let
watch
me
all
explain
those
this.
people you fall in love with or care about die, and you're still staying the same fucking age.
Have you never
Oh, yeah.
seen Interview with a Vampire?
Oh yeah, I've seen it plenty of
Right?
times. I love that movie. It's great. No, I actually read Vampire Hunter D, so if you know anything about that, then you'll understand more about me. He lives forever. He lives for tens of thousands of years. He's killed people
Yeah,
9,000 years ago, and they come back to haunt him still. He keeps going on. He doesn't stop. He doesn't stop. And it's not about. See, the thing is, if you
holy
get,
shit, we're on a radio show with Lestat.
I'm just saying, like you get to a point in life. You get to a point in life where, let's say, you're looking at things that you used to like in the past, and after some time it just changes. Because even now I've been thinking about some of the stuff that I used to like listening to as far as CDs, relevancy, some of the things I like, and I'm just like, I don't listen to it. I don't really care for it anymore. I'm ready to throw away some old CDs that were used to be my favorites. And things like that. It just
Yeah, but by the
time
you do
passes,
that,
time
when you do
changes,
that-
you change.
yeah, but when you do
It's
that,
true.
you're gonna go looking for those CDs, going, "I want to listen to this song." What the hell happened? Oh, fuck! I threw it away.
I used to have
Make
a
a copy.
T-shirt that said, well, this is gonna piss Trigger off, I'm sure. I had a T-shirt. It was a Cradle of Filth, which is a black metal band, satanic, very anti-Christian, and it said, "Jesus is a cunt" on the back, and on the front, and had a nun masturbating with a crucifix.
Okay.
I would not wear that shirt nowadays. That's how much I've changed.
Man, you have this idea of me, Zodiac, that you've had for so long.
No, you're the most religious person that I talk to on a regular basis.
No, that's what you think.
I
That's what you think. You don't
Speaking of,
truly know me as well as you think you do.
Well, we've had a lot of conversations about religion, and you're pretty staunch.
But your idea of
that
me
Jesus
as far as
Christ was a
that
person.
is not as accurate as you think.
I'm just more worried about being offensive to a friend.
Well, I
Okay.
was watching
Not
a
so much that I
show.
believe that you're that religious, but I don't want to piss you off by saying something like
Yeah,
that.
well, see,
So that's
not
why I want to
real-
throw that disclaimer out there. I'm sorry. This is a shirt I used to own when I was a teenager.
Well,
but we
the
were
thing
talking
is,
about
like-
how you change. I would not wear that now.
I would watch this one show, and then when they showed the scene of them doing the Pledge of Allegiance, and they didn't say "under God," I killed the show. I never went back to it.
What show was that?
Yeah.
Star-Crossed. Yeah, Star-Crossed.
Never heard of it. But I mean, the thing.
Alien comes down, alien race. Girl saves him. They meet years later. They fall in love. Yada yada.
Mm,
But the first
No,
episode,
I mean-
they showed the Pledge of Allegiance, and they didn't say "under God." I killed the show.
No, I hear you on some of that
See,
stuff too. Like even BC
I'm
was talking to me
indifferent
about
on that one.
like watching Californication and stuff, and some of the some episodes were interesting. But he was going to be on here tonight, and he had to leave because of his wife, I think. And I think I was going to basically say to him like, well, I could see why you like it. It has sex and words, and then yeah, it's got all that, and it's kind of funny. But after a while, it's just the same shit over and over and over again. There's nothing different about it.
Yeah,
That's how I'm
and-
starting to get with Shameless.
man,
but
I
but
couldn't
it's
get
it's
into
not
Shameless.
it's just too much it's
I like
way...
Shameless because Frank reminds me of my dad.
No, it's just so much over debauchery that there's nothing interesting to watch. It's just the same shit over and over and over again. There's nothing interesting. Like Archer has some debauchery in it too, but at least it has some character and some new funny things that it throws into it.
The Ranch.
I haven't watched that.
Ashton Kutcher and Sam Elliott. Fucking hilarious, man. Great show.
Yeah.
A lot of
But,
debauchery,
like
a lot of drinking, a lot of cussing, and but then
But like what Zodiac is kind of saying is he's trying to understand, like he doesn't want to piss me off for other viewers. I understand that it's not something that we're trying to do. We're just kind of like airing our voice.
Oh,
and
I know he was
giving off our
putting that
opinion
out there, so you wouldn't pass
It's
judgment.
not something I would promote now, but as a teenager, I owned that shirt. That's all I'm saying.
No, but what I'm
I
trying
may
to get
not
to you,
fully believe
Zodiac.
in all of that now, and I don't disparage
change.
people who believe in Jesus and Christianity and all that. I have many
but-
friends and relatives that believe.
Yeah, well, it's like speaking of change. I mean, when I was growing up, I was this little 4'11", fucking 100-pound soaking wet kid. Okay, I would take all the shit you could give me in the world, not do a thing, not say a word, just walk away from you, timid as can be. Try that shit now. I'll tell you where to go, how to get there, and hand you a fucking map.
Oh, yeah.
I love that. No, but
That's
like
what
I hear you guys. I hear you guys, but I just want to say real fast here is that especially like even how like titled my channel lately is more or less kind of what I'm more into. It's more dialectics, and it's just I like to discuss things and talk about things. But like if we have Sal Sauce on here, he's the total opposite. He wants to debate everything. So basically popularity and loudness that gets his point across where people enjoy it. But I like to discuss things to a point where I'm understanding your point of view and you're understanding my point of view. And at some point we can come to build a stronger idea or understanding of what's going on. And
well,
so
you have to also understand that Sal is we're conversationalists,
of...
whereas Sal is a master debater.
He's a master
He's
debater.
a master debater. He is. He won't want to come on if we're gonna. Yeah, he won't want to come on if we're gonna debate something that he's gonna lose in. Actually, when I was talking about something that he couldn't, exactly. When I was trying to discuss something to him before, where I was trying to throw out some interesting points of conflict, he just left the conversation altogether. He just disconnected.
When I played with Sal on PlayStation before, he and I have had some pretty heated debates about some subjects and whatnot. But I just tell him, look, you think
that's why when there's a topic he finds worth debating, that's when he shows up.
I just told him one day, I said, look, we'll just agree to disagree and leave it at that. And he's like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, it's just like that's not me. So I mean, if you're looking at me like, oh, you thought these things, you did these things, I'm gonna be angry with you. You did those things. That's you. That's not me. I'm only looking to my own personal standard as far as what I feel's,
everyone's got their own belief.
And
necessary thing to do.
That's what I was getting at, was just I don't want to offend anyone's beliefs, but here's something I used to do.
Everyone's got their own belief system.
Sure. But I'm just saying, like, from what I personally do myself is that I try to look at everybody's point of view and let's come to a better understanding of the total knowledge of things. So let's not try to discredit everybody immediately because you have a side to play.
It falls in the category of I say tomato, you say tomato. Pretty much.
But yeah. So that's really what I wanted to go with that. Like South Sauce wanted to debate you on the whole Muslim thing and other stuff. I think it was mostly that. And me and Zodiac were like, yeah, I don't know about that. That might be kind of very controversial. I don't think we're going to get to that.
Cindy and I have had that debate over Muslims before. She's like, they're all terrorists. They shouldn't even be in the country. I'm like, if you knew the Muslim religion,
I've had that debate.
the
Like, yes,
Muslim
I've worked
religion
with multiple
is
Muslims.
based on peace and helping.
I have a friend that is one.
I said, now the extremists,
Radicals.
hottest, are the ones that come over here and blow shit up.
Right.
Yeah, it's mostly
They're-
the radicals. Sure,
It's
they're gonna have some.
radical Muslims, Westboro Baptist Church.
Oh man.
Yeah, you know, and that's the funny thing too, because
same
I'll
thing.
have,
You know,
I'll have people
the
debate.
leader that- the ex-leader of that church actually had to quit because somebody posted up there their address and his name, and to send a box of cat shit to him, and people were sending it.
Well, yeah, people do that shit. Like fucking, when I lived in Connecticut,
do that shit.
the town I lived in, East Haven, the mayor made some, I forget what he said. He made some disparaging remark against Hispanics.
Yeah.
He got over 1,000 tacos delivered to his office the next day.
That's the Mexican
Nah,
for you right there, boy.
Like that
I would
was
eat the shit out of
outstanding.
those.
That was the best. Like that was major news for
That
that
would be
day.
like, that guy would run, he's gonna get some tacos, all right.
Like
Yeah.
I forget the number. It was well over 1,000.
Oh shit.
I would say free food for at least a month. I don't know. But
I
And,
don't
know.
and he immediately like was on the air like, okay, I get it. I'm sorry.
no, like,
Damn.
but yeah,
Like just
I
boiled
don't know.
trays full of tacos. It was so awesome.
man. Oh, you know what was interesting? One job I had, there was a bunch of Mexicans that worked there too. I mean, like, not just American Mexicans. They literally just came from Mexico, just a year ago or whatever. But I
And we're on the
didn't
topic
usually.
of Mexicans.
Right?
I didn't usually
Never
have.
was. You're
I
the
didn't-
only Mexican we know.
Yep.
I didn't usually have lunch, and this one older Mexican who was like 60 would literally feed me lunch at my machine line while I was working it. Like he would be like, "Here, you can have whatever you want," and it was like 20 little slices of taco bread and some meat. I could just keep making tacos all night. He didn't care if I ate the whole thing. I was like, "Wow, these people are generous." They're super freaking generous. That's insane.
Mexicans are awesome. Like we had one Mexican kid in our A school class when I was out in California for training.
Mhm.
And we made multiple jokes throughout the course of the semester, like the whole 17 weeks, about this kid being Mexican and stereotypes like that. And we all almost shit our pants on graduation day when his whole family showed up in
One van.
one van.
Yeah. That's a
With-
true statement about Mexicans. Back then.
No lie, more
Okay.
people than should have been in that van.
Mhm.
I don't know the number. I'm not going to speculate.
But I will tell you
I'm
right
going to
now,
save
if
13.
you ever go to Southern California, do not go to the drive-thru. Okay, they stick the most non-English speaking motherfuckers in that drive-thru window. Okay, you pull up and welcome to Yak in the back of my head. You're like, what? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Northern
Yeah.
California drive-thrus, and they weren't much better.
Dude, they're starting.
Jack in the Box, I went to the drive-thru twice and then never again.
That's basically Hardee's, I think.
Hardee's, I've never been to a drive-thru. I always. I never
I
know what to
live
get.
up here in upstate New York, and I think I'm probably fucking Mexican up there. Okay.
Well, yeah. Why would you leave Mexico to go to cold?
And
You just want freedom.
I
You don't
didn't
want
leave
fucking
Mexico,
climate
man. I
change.
left Southern California.
I don't believe in that shit, dude. It's been like 40s and 50s here for the past entire freaking month. Next
Yeah.
month it's still going to be in the
We
50s
had
at
two
night.
That
days-
is climate
we had
change.
2
Yep.
days here last week.
Same thing
It's
here.
fucking
We hit
global
90.
I
warming
was sweating
bullshit.
my nuts off at 97 degrees just last week, and it's
Yeah,
fucking
last
50
week.
today.
And then after those 2 days of beautiful weather, it dropped down to fucking 45 degrees. And I'm like, fuck.
I say it's all propaganda. They're
I
spraying
got
the
my
clouds
shorts out, started
with
putting
extra
jeans
clouds.
away. Like,
Yeah, now you're pulling
Dude,
the
it-
jeans out, aren't you?
yep.
Dude, yesterday was silvery gray clouds. That was super fucking cold. I had to turn the heat on. And then a few hours later, boom, warm. What the fuck? There's no way this shit is natural. No way.
No, man. I mean, that fucking snowstorm right
That sounds like a
That
whole
was-
other episode right there.
Yep.
Could be. Going to
I don't
that.
want to get into it now because
Global warming.
Yeah, we don't want to because we're gonna piss some people off. So I won't do
Hey,
Let's
that.
do it. Another
it's
week.
America, man. Speech.
That's the whole point of this podcast, man.
Well, actually, maybe
We're not
next
here to
week,
make people
maybe
happy.
next week, do a memorial.
You're right. We are here to piss everybody off.
Not to piss people off. No. I look at this as therapy.
Therapy.
Hey, when you're drunk, I'm in charge.
I'm not drunk.
Therapy my ass.
This is therapy. I get one night a week where I get to just
Okay.
yell at the internet for an hour or so.
Right.
All right.
But you're not
I'll-
yelling
I'll-
at the internet. You're picking on Frank, trying to piss everybody off.
I am not.
He's just
Couple
picking on
times.
me. He just
Well, that's
picks
what
on
I'm
me.
saying.
That's what he does. No,
he's
you know
a
what,
pop
Zodiac? Zodiac, why the hell are you picking on me? BC is the one that does that. That's not your job.
I
Jeez.
picked on BC too.
No, you did not. Fucking liar.
Hey, he took a pot shot of chaos too, so don't feel bad.
Yep.
Okay, but did he pick on BC? Tell me,
He's an
Chaos,
equal-
truly.
He's an equal. Yes, he did. He's an equal.
I don't
opportunity
believe
pisser
you.
Offer. Okay.
I don't believe you.
Equal
I don't remember
opportunity
that.
asshole.
What did he say? What did he say? What did he say?
He was talking about cuddle massagers.
Yeah.
No,
that
I
is
was
one of
saying
his
that.
Massage theories.
No, Rob said something.
I
about
did
it.
too.
What did you say?
Oh my
I don't
God!
remember. It was
Here
like
we
2
go.
hours ago.
Okay.
God, what are we, lovers?
Ding, ding. Ding, 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 ding. In this corner, we have Zodiac, and in it, fight.
I fight enough at home. I don't need to bring you into this.
Man, you guys just like to argue me all the time, no matter what. I never get away from it.
You're arguing.
I never get away. I'm arguing. I'm trying to find out
this
where the
reminds
truth
me
in
of
this
that
is.
fucking scene on Grandma's Boy. Okay. Yeah,
That was
the
a good
call
movie.
hooker. You're a hooker.
Yeah, right.
I'm just trying to find out where the truth in all this is going.
All
here.
right, I'll tell you what. File a hurt feelings report. I'll send you the file.
Send him the hand.
I'm going to do that, just that, Rob. I'm going to do just fucking that. So, yeah.
I have a hurt feelings report. It has a smiley face index on the top as to how it made you feel.
Does it have any other kind of emoji?
Oh,
It
wow.
does have. It uses emoji.
Oh, cool. Okay. Maybe I'll try that out.
But no, I do feel like we should wrap it up and
So was next week's topic going to be global warming or whatever?
Oh, who knows? We don't plan this far ahead.
Well, we didn't talk about immortality because...
So let's
Nobody
talk
else wanted to.
immortality next week.
We ended up off topic again.
hmm
And
So,
DC
hopefully
We
wasn't
did
Chaos-
talk about the burial stuff, though. That was part of the topic. So
Yeah,
Alright.
and I was talking about it, but you kept insulting me the whole time. I was trying to describe everything.
I did.
We got to finish it. Yes, you did.
Okay, I'm
All
sorry.
right, so
Did you just put your
Okay.
fist
Come on, baby.
out
You
your
know
side
you're my
and
word.
Thank
slapped
you.
your foot?
thanks, Zodiac. That makes me so much better.
Wait. When he said
Now
yes,
that we
you
finished
did,
our lover spat,
you just-
we can end the show now.
Well, you said yes, you did. put your fist at your side and stomp your foot when you said that?
He did. It was firmly planted on his hip. I heard it hit.
I feel better. That's all that matters.
All right.
Frank's gratification is all that matters about this podcast.
Exactly. So.
All right. Well, I gotta throw this out there because I don't know. I feel like I should.
No, you don't.
I'm going to be on Win Kelly Charles's podcast, Butterflies of Wisdom, which is very out of our wheelhouse. I know. I hear the sticker.
I'm sorry.
No,
maybe it's good, but I haven't heard it before. It's just from what I'm used to. It's such a huge jump.
Win is a podcaster who has cerebral palsy who normally advocates for injured veterans and
well,
other
now you
people
make
with
me feel like a
disabilities,
douche.
but she's
Thanks.
also doing a show about other small podcasts. So she invited us to go speak on there, so I'm gonna go speak.
Sweet.
She invited us, so that means me too.
Well, she sent an invite to the Crow Clan, the Crow Show Twitter page, which I run.
Yeah, but I'm the one that puts this shit up there all the time, man.
Hey, I gave you credit in the bio. That's
Man, I gotta get my ass on Twitter because I don't even know how to operate this shit.
All right, well,
yeah, I run the
if
social media, so
if she wants me to be on there, she should let me know. But if she's really enamored with I'm the Zodiac, then I guess it's all you, man.
good lord, it's not favoritism. She just sent a message to
Which I'm also a part of, and you told me it was just you this whole entire time. You're only telling me right now.
Am I detecting a note of jealousy in here?
right?
Of
I mean,
course.
shit.
What
the
else
show's
would it
already
be?
getting your page more views. What do you want?
Everything.
He wants it all.
This interview's the only thing I'm getting out of this.
Oh.
But yeah,
Well,
so I'll be
if
on Wynn's podcast tomorrow. So I think it airs Monday. I think it's her Memorial Day episode.
Maybe post
Well,
a link.
if she wants me on too, then let me know. So I'll try to be available for that.
Post that link.
Otherwise-
up, man, and I'll hit it up.
Oh
Maybe she
yeah,
wants us
after
all
it
on,
happens,
man.
I'm going to be sharing the episode and make sure I'm going to plug it on next week's show too. I'm sure.
All right.
All right. Well,
But
have fun
basically,
on that.
she's just she's interviewing smaller podcasts. And
Give me till
I have time to do it tomorrow, so I'm gonna do
I've
it.
got a lot going on next weekend, so give me till Friday, and I should have that logo done for you.
Sweet.
Mhm. All right.
So,
Well, as always,
So-
check us out on Twitter at I'm the Zodiac, or just search the Crow Show on Twitter. We'll come up.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And definitely thanks a lot for everybody for watching all the way through this crazy episode. We covered so many topics. It's insane. And yeah,
It was fun.
Zodiac is moving on to brighter, greener pastures beyond us. And we'll have to say we're so
I'm
sad
doing
to
an
see him
interview
go.
that benefits our
Sounds like
show.
he's about to bust out tears. Yeah, he said it. He
So-
ain't leaving.
So yeah, I'm just screwing around, but yeah. Anyways,
You guys put
Yeah,
me in
definitely.
charge of social media.
I put you in charge of some of the media, but I'm doing the YouTube thing, man.
I think
And
I'm
I
taking
gave
care
you
of all
credit
the
in the
graphics
bio.
for you guys. So.
I know. I'm just messing with you, dude. You mess with me, I mess with you.
I know. It takes away.
Yep. So definitely check us out on YouTube at VeracityTrigger on YouTube. and also Chaos Panic Disorder was on today. That's great to have you on, man. I really enjoy.
Always
I
great
really
to
enjoy
have
having you
Chaos.
on. I know.
I can be on next week. That's not a problem.
Yeah, man. I miss you,
Maybe
dude.
the week
I really
after,
miss you.
Maybe the week after, I'm gonna have my son up here with me. Everybody knows him, Backward Leopard.
Okay.
He's been on before. He was
Yep.
he was on the show back in the day when we started.
Yep, he'll be up here with me in New York, so I'll have him hop on in a couple of weeks with us.
There we go.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. So
yeah, he just
man.
graduated today, so I'm a proud papa. I thought I'd just throw that out there. You
Is
know.
he the one that I nicknamed Brand New?
Yep, that'd be him.
Oh, that was
Cool.
That was Brando Calrissian
Yep.
that graduated.
Yeah,
Yep, that'd be
Yeah.
him.
that's
He
good.
just graduated today, and I'm going down. I'm leaving the 2nd. I'll be down there on the pick him up, and headed back up here to New York. So
Mhm.
that could be a long
Yeah, that'd be cool.
fucking road trip. New York to Missouri, 1,000 miles.
Yep.
That'll be cool, dude.
We'll
Be
look
cool.
forward to
So-
having him on.
All righty.
Always a
I
pleasure to
will
have you on,
catch
Chaos.
guys. If I may, I'd like to pop on next week with you guys.
Anytime you
Mhm.
want, man. Anybody is
Alright.
always welcome on this show.
All right, brothers.
Just jump in.
All right. So,
Jump in, dude.
yeah, I'm gonna take off and get off this little square box.
All right, well, cue the outro. Do we have an outro?
Okay. Everybody have a good night. Stay subscribed. If you haven't, subscribe for more. And we will see you later.